What is going on? It is that time of the week, that time of day on a Wednesday afternoon, 4 o'clock here. Studio 10-4 live, coming to you from the studio here in Folsom, California. JT here in the studio with you, and going to be talking about some 10-4 magazine things, up and coming shows. Got the new 10-4 edition. I have the exclusive digital copy of the cover and the centerfold that I'm going to reveal here shortly. Get you guys a look into who's on the cover for June 2022, man. June 1st, new month. We're kind of going in the home stretch of, well, I guess the beginning of summer, but it feels like the home stretch already, man. I mean, it's been kind of warming up around here and looking more like summer every day, but mild and doable compared to some of the folks around the country that are getting blasted out with the heat and the humidity. We just get the heat mostly, the dry stuff, so not too bad at all. But having a good day today here on a Wednesday, having some fun over on the 10-4 magazine Facebook page. In case you guys haven't seen it, I want y'all to check it out. Little cab over call out going on. These are some cab overs from our trip out to Louisville, Kentucky for Matt's Kenworth. Little K-Dub getting some love there. And nice little white cab over, Freightliner, of course. Got a Pete cab over getting some love on it. And nothing. Oh, we got a couple likes there. Good deal. Got a couple likes on the creamsicle. I happen to like this truck. I think it's pretty cool. And I'll tell you, it would make a hell of a yard goat, wouldn't it? But just a neat looking truck. Anyway, you guys show some love on there for these guys, the cab overs. Be sure and pick your favorite. I want to get a little competition going on there. Of course, all the photos there taken by Dan the Man. Well, we were all there in Louisville for Matt's PKY 2022. More shows coming up. Surprise? No, not really. There's a bunch of shows coming up still, man. It's we're in the thick of it. It is show season. And last week, as much as I would have loved to have been there, couldn't have done so. But if anybody was out there at the Great Lakes Big Rig Challenge in Onaway, or the Onaway Speedway, excuse me, in Onaway, Michigan, I'd like to hear from you. I put a call out on our 10-4 Magazine Lounge, our Facebook group, for anybody. If you guys have been out there, I'd love to get somebody on the show and do a little weekend wrap update on what the races were like, and the show, NAST show, of course, they were there, and I'd like to hear from those guys. I was actually going to give those guys a call, so maybe I'll get somebody calling in on the show while we're doing this today, and we can get some feedback on it. Good evening to everybody that's tuning in. Sean Rowe, right on. Randy Larson, nice to have you in there in the studio. 93 degrees in PA. You know what? Giants are in there. My San Francisco Giants are in there right now playing your Phillies. Hell of a couple of games so far. We're going for the sweep right now, and hopefully the Giants pull through and make it happen, man. They got too good a team to not leave Philly without cleaning up. Mr. Chad Violet, what is happening, man? Yeah, good to see you, man. I see your stuff all over the place, buddy. You are on the move and on the go, getting it done, and kind of cool, Chad. You're coming out in a couple of weeks. 10-4 to the Souza Memorial Truck Show. In fact, I got a little surprise for y'all. Gonna bring Mr. CG Souza right now into our show. What's going on?
Hey, John, how are you?
Good, buddy. Good to see you.
We're in full truck show season at the best, aren't we?
Well, check it out, man. This is our cover of Mr. Souza right there. In case you guys hadn't seen that, and I'm sure you had. I mean, it was such a great cover too. Back in December of 21, and of course he was out at Frenchie's with the very same truck. So, but coming up is the show, man. We're winding it up. So pre-registrations are going to shut down here in a couple of days, aren't they?
Well, pre-registration for your free T-shirt and that sort of thing is going to end on the 5th.
Okay.
But you can register all the way up to the day before, the morning of. But the early birds get a little extra few items in their goodie pack. So
get it done. Get out there. Get early registration is done. So in case you guys are wondering, we're talking about the Souza Memorial Truck Show, June 24th, 25th, 26th, down the Merced County Fairgrounds in Merced, of course, California. Got a Facebook page, so if you guys need to find out any information, you can certainly do that. If you just can't get to Facebook, go to 104magazine.com to our events tab, click on it, and you'll see the contact information there for CG. So for those that don't know and or forgot, whatever the case may be, tell us why are we doing the show? What's the show all about?
So we're doing the show because unfortunately, back in 2016, I lost my wife and my son in an accident just not too far up the road from where I live. And they were actually on their way to my son's tutoring for his dyslexia. So with the years have gone by, I'm like, okay, what can I do to keep his name going and all that good stuff? So I said, hey, let's have a truck show. You know, it's what I know. My son AJ actually loved going on the truck with me. So that's what we decided to do. And of course, you know, what better way is to have everything go for dyslexia for kids in our community. You know, I like to think if he didn't have to be on the freeway at that time and he could have went somewhere here in town, maybe the accident would have never happened. So I'm in the process of having everything established. We already have our corporation, the AJ Dyslexia Foundation. My attorney, which I met today, said the 501(c) should be done within 30 days. So we're going to be completely all in line and ready to go. I've actually already talked to the principal at the school that my wife did teach at, which I will see him tonight again for graduation. And they're going to start sending me over some kids here at the beginning of next school year, the fall start, and see if we can help some kids out. So that's really what it's all about. It's nothing to benefit anybody's pocket or anything else. It's strictly help the kids here in the community. So hopefully they don't have to do what my son had to do and jump through hoops and travel, you know, miles and miles to get the help that they need. We can get it all for them right here in Merced County and get these kids' frustration put aside and get them learning like they should be.
Good deal. Well, and here's what stands out for me is you've taken what would have been, and I'm sure was not would have been, it was a tragedy and obviously a huge tragedy in your life and your family's life to go through that, but to turn it into something positive like this now and memorialize it. I think great job. Way to go and do something and turn it into a positive.
Oh, appreciate that, John. Thank you. And I didn't do it on my own. I mean, I've had a lot of support. You know, my lovely wife now, that Ashley, which a lot of people have met. You know, she has supported me 100% behind all this. She's doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff with this truck show. Let me tell you, if it wasn't for her, I'd be way farther behind than what I am now. And you know, and my older kids, the guys who work for me, and everything else. You know, it's been a real collective support, you know, just to get this thing where it's at. And I'm more proud of that than anything, you know, and the people that have called up say, hey, we really don't care what happens there. We're here for the cause. And that makes me feel good. It really does.
Exactly. And, speaking of the behind the scenes guys and new to the 10-4 scene, for the most part, I mean, not everybody knew there was an extended Sieben family. We got April and Tim on the show with us here today. Tim is kind of the guy that's spearheading the Truck It for Kids show and getting that all going and all the stuff. And I mean, it's all part of it's a team effort, but we're relying on Tim to help kind of pull this all together. And of course, April in the background there as well. And Dan, I mean, nobody's left out, but yeah, Tim's guy that's kind of in that position to try to get this thing all together. And then, the rest of us, we're there to do whatever we can to make it all happen and do what needs to be done. Got Chad Violet in there today. Yeah, Chad's coming out, going to be bringing his camera and taking some pictures and hanging out with everybody here on the West Coast.
Yeah, he's coming out. We're pretty stoked about that, and Chad keeps saying, hey, I'll help you out with whatever you need. I'm like, oh, boy, you don't know what you're in for. I'm going to put him and his girlfriend to work real quick.
Hey, man, you know what? You jump in and make it happen as best you can. Michael Wilkinson, another 10-4 cover trucker in the show with us there. Kevin, good to have you on the show, buddy. And Randy, if I didn't catch you already, good to have you on board. So let's talk more about the memorial show and let's get to some of the fun stuff, man. Obviously we're going to have trucks there. They're going to be parked and showing off, but something cool that's coming back that you just don't see a lot of anymore, truck rodeo. So tell us about the truck rodeo and where we're at with that now.
Yeah. So and I used to go to truck shows with my dad when I was, a foot high, and remembering having the truck rodeos and the little drags. And you just don't see that out here on the West Coast anymore. You get a lot of that in the Midwest and those areas back there. So I figured, why not? Let's try and see what happens. I've gotten a pretty good response for the hay squeeze race being, here in the Central Valley. There's a lot of hay growing everywhere.
No hay haulers in the Central Valley, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. So we got a good little group so far. I'm assuming or anticipating we're probably going to get some more. We got a sponsor from Sunny D Manufacturing that does the Roadrunner squeezes to help us out, which I'm hoping that'll bring some more of the guys out. So yeah, so I think we're going to have some hay bales flying and some dirt being spun up and see what these guys can do and have a good time. That's all going to be in the stadium, right next to where all the truck parking is. They're going to have their beer garden open as well. So it should be a good time for the middle of the day. And, we're really looking forward to seeing how that's going to turn out.
Well, hopefully the weather cooperates and you get good weather like we got up in Red Bluff there for the second annual Frenchies. Man, what a gift that was.
Yeah, if we can stay out of the triple digits, I'll be a happy camper. But that 110, 112 like we had last year, yeah, I could do without that. I'm sure everybody else can too.
I don't even go to the 101. I call it 100 and stupid. It's just hot. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, no. Jacob, what's happening, buddy? Good to have you, man. Good to see you there. And Jacob Bond just jumped in. Eric Gibbons, good to have you on the show as well. I hope it does turn out weather-wise so we can all just kind of literally chill and have a good time down there doing everything we're doing. But a little bit of heat, if you live in the valley, you deal with it. It is what it is. So we'll make the best out of it, I'm sure. Looking for a good light show both nights. We're going to have lights on Friday and Saturday night. So challenge out there to all you hay hauler guys. And I know there's a bunch of you out there that watch the show and talk amongst each other. Get out there, shout it out on the radio, let them know your buddies. Going to have a little bit of competition. Not only do you get your truck, in there and dolled up and looking good and tires buttered and everything looking nice, but you can get out and show us how it's done. Get your squeeze out there. Let's see you load and unload. We're going to do both, load, unload, or what are we doing?
Yeah, we're going to unload and then we're going to load, and then halfway through loading back up, they're going to break a stack down and then stack it back up on the trailer. So it should be interesting. And the more people that enter, there's going to be a cash purse for the winner. So the more people that enter, and with the sponsor coming on, I imagine it'll be, a decent little chunk of change, along with your bragging rights and everything else. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. So
right on. Good deal. Well, I've got a bunch more I want to get into on the show, and just a little bit of what happens around here at 10-4 Magazine. You make the cover of the magazine, you have your own truck show, you get to come on the Studio 10-4 weekly live update and talk about it, and hopefully get some promotional momentum going and get people to show up. And I don't think that's going to be a problem. So you guys make sure that you get pre-registered as fast as you can and get out there, show up. All Team 10-4 will be on site. We're going to have Dan and Shan, myself, Tim and April will be out there. I'm not sure who else is going to be on scene, but you got us five. What more do you need, right? So Billy Joe Burrell, good to have you, man. Right on. Yeah, another my barbecue buddy right there. And that food. What about food, man? What we got for food down there? Get us hungry. Get us hungry.
Well, this year our vendors we got 20 some odd vendors that are coming out. Half of them are food. We're gonna have barbecue, tri-tip, actually smoked tri-tip.
Yep.
Mexican food, pizza that's gonna be made right there on site. Corn dogs, funnel cakes, slushies.
Oh no!
Energy drinks. I mean, you name it, we're gonna have it this year. The one of the things that my wife really spearheaded was getting the vendors all set up, a good variety. We got a lot of other vendors with products and that sort of thing. Sick Rigs is coming out, Barachos is coming out, Freitas Signs is coming out.
Hats, man, those look pretty popular.
Yeah, we're gonna have all those guys out there, all right there in a row. You can walk down, spend your money, support them that supported us. Friday night, like we said, we're gonna have a informal light show Friday night. I will be barbecuing again for all the early drivers that show up. It's gonna be completely complimentary. Once the food runs out, though, you're out of luck. But hey, get there early. We'll get you fed and have a good time that night. Again, Saturday, the formal light show will be Saturday night. We're also going to have one of the cast members from the Mayans MC show, who's actually a friend of the family's, who both knew my wife and son, has agreed to come out and do autographs, completely free of charge. So every donation for that is going 100% to the foundation. The man is cool. He actually rides a motorcycle. Real down to earth guy. You'll enjoy just even talking with it. It'll give you a whole new aspect on some of these people in Hollywood. They're like, you know what? They're not all that bad. What some of the media shows out, to be. So we got that going on. The live music, the rodeo during the day should be a lot of fun. The beer garden. I mean, you can't ask for much more.
No, you got plenty going on. I'd love to get an opportunity to get the Studio 10-4 live camera in front of your guest and do a little interview. Maybe you can get us hooked up. What do you think?
Oh, I think I can do that for sure.
Awesome. That would be really awesome. We'd love to do that. Well, all right. We got everybody saying they can't wait for it to happen and ready to jump in and get out there. So between now and then, there's a lot of other shows coming up. You want to check everything out, get over there on the 104magazine.com website and look at the events tab, and then scroll on down there towards the end of June. You'll see the SOSA Memorial Truck Show again, June 24th, 5th, and 6th in Merced at the Merced County Fairgrounds. And if you need any information, check them out on Facebook, 209-261-3364. Give CG a call or his wife, whoever picks up the phone, and get yourself straightened out and lined up and out to the show. What do you say?
Yes, sir. Right? Listen, and everything's SOSA Memorial Truck Show, whether it's .com, Yahoo, or Facebook. It's real easy to find us. And like I said, that's my direct phone number. So any question, I'll be glad to talk to you, and looking forward to seeing everybody.
Right on. All right, CG. Always a pleasure, buddy. You say hi to that sweet wife of yours. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.
Will do. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Right on there, man. That's great. There's so many shows going on this year, and I don't know if it's just because we had 2 years of, basically crickets and not by choice. Obviously, we all know why, but now all of a sudden, man, boom, we got all these shows. So, you guys got to pick and choose a little bit. So, you guys get out and support CG and his show. Obviously, we want y'all to be there because we're going to be there, and we're going to have the Trucking for Kids trailer back out with the Godfather, man. Magini Trucking is going to be out there with their beautiful truck, which is a 10-4 magazine legacy truck. I'll call it what it is. It's a legacy truck. That truck goes back in 10-4 history, back almost to the beginning. Pretty far back there. The truck was originally known as the Boomer truck out of Stockton, California, and Boomer used to run it when it was in its classic colors and design, and then the Magini's got a hold of it and took it a notch further. Of course, no surprise there, and it is the proud puller of our Trucking for Kids 53-foot van that we'll of course again have out on September 11th at the Trucking for Kids show, Truck Drags Show and Shine down in Irwindale, California. So we'll hopefully get everybody out there for that too. So and incidentally, on that note, there's a lot going on that weekend out there in the Irwindale Drag and Raceway, because they have an oval track there too. So be sure and keep updated. Keep checking our Facebook page and keep checking our page on our website. In fact, I'm going to bring you on up over there. Check it out. There's that TFK Truck Show tab right there. Click on it, and you can get pre-registered. All the information is right here on the front. You want to pre-register your truck right there, get it done. Get pre-registered. Now, the track is handling all of our entry and access to the event center this year. It has limited our Saturday entry to around 50-ish or so early entry trucks to get parked and staged. So get this done. Get in here and get signed up and get it done. All your costs, everything, all of it's right here. I mean, if you're dragging, if you're showing, you're spectatoring, whatever you're going to be do, it's all here, guys. So be sure and get done what you need to get done. Get it done as early as possible. And then we'll have an idea, too, of how many people pre-register. And, if we run out of room, we run out of room for that Saturday early entry. So get in here, get it done, and get yourself pre-registered for Trucking for Kids 2022. Yay, Pete Henderson's in the show. Right on. Jessica Newman, thank you for jumping in. Appreciate that. More to come here in a minute. I have, and this is going to be kind of the cooler end of the next half hour. We have our 2022 June cover truck, which is right here. Let me bring this baby up and go full screen on it. No, we better not. That's just too big. So we're going to have to bring the zoom down a little bit here. How do we do that? There we go. Bada bing. Let's go full screen and see what that does. That's better. All right. Drum roll, please. I wish I had that. That would be pretty cool, but we don't. That being said, 2022 cover truck for June 2022. Lisa Chadberry, trucking in Medford, Wisconsin. Congratulations for making it on the cover of 10-4 magazine, the June 2022 issue. Welcome to the family, and we'll be looking forward to getting them in the studio this month at some point and interviewing them and talking about their current cover truck that is on the magazine for this month. I'm going to make you guys wait to get over to 10-4 magazine Facebook page. And I will be changing the cover photo on our Facebook page with the centerfold of the truck. Unless you guys yell, scream, clap, make a bunch of noise over here, I'll show it here. But if you don't, then it's going to be waiting to go over on the Facebook page. Chad, nice to have you on the show, man. Yeah, buddy, way to go. Can't wait to get you in the studio and chat with you about the truck. And of course, we ran into Chad and Lisa at different shows across country here over in the last year or so. Given the fact we've been able to get out and be at shows that people haven't had shows. So, congratulations again, and welcome to the 10-4 cover family. Once a 10-4 family member, always a member. So, congratulations. Looking forward to seeing more of you and more of that truck. Again, if you guys make a bunch of noise on here, let me know. You want to see that centerfold, tell me about it. I've got it sitting here. I can bring that up right now. Bring it up next. So up to you guys. Upcoming shows. Bring them up here. And something else that's kind of important too. 10-4 magazine has been a free magazine since day one. In case you guys are ever wondering, needing services, needing parts, needing something done, our advertisers tab is right here on our website, 10-4magazine.com. Go through here and find those people that you're looking for, products that you're looking for, services that you're looking for, and get it done. Hopefully you'll be able to pick one of our people out of the list and certainly be able to choose somebody in here that does what you need done. Excuse me. Some of these are executable too, so all you have to do is click on them, but they do look like they all have a phone number there for you guys to call up. So check that out and get it done. All right, now we got it. Now I hear some noise over here. You guys got my attention. All right. I guess I can do it. Hang on a second. Let me pull the curtains back. And let's get this guy lined up and get him in here. What do you think? All right, going full screen. You guys ready? The June 2022 Centerfold 10-4 magazine, live and in color right there. So congratulations again to Chad and Lisa Berry of Berry Trucking LLC out of Medford, Wisconsin, as they own and operate this eye-catching combination. It's a freshly built 2022 Peterbilt 389 and matching 2022 Great Dane stainless spread axle reefer. It was recently completed by Chad and Lisa themselves, and it's now a part of their fleet, and it's an everyday driver. Powered by a Cummins X15 hooked to an 18-speed with 336s, and this purple truck, which has a 295-inch wheelbase, features a simple but unique lime green stripes with the Berry signature deep shag carpet in the cab. And we'll get a look at that as we get more of these pictures up and the website updated. When that happens, you guys will see all that digitally. And of course, magazines are dropping right now as we speak. This truck is going every mile in style. That's the name, like all their trucks, and hauling refrigerated and frozen foods in the west, southwest, and northeast. Berry Trucking currently runs 4 trucks and dispatches 5 owner operators. So, and of course, again, I'd be really probably get a phone call here if I didn't mention her. Photos by the diesel addict herself, Stephanie Haas for 10-4 magazine. So congratulations on Stephanie for doing the photo shoot as well and getting this beautiful capture of Chad and Lisa Berry's cover truck for June 2022. Congratulations to everybody. All right, guys, look for that to be on the 10-4 magazine Facebook page. We'll get that taken care of here in a little bit. In the meantime, thanks for everybody tuning in. I appreciate you guys always showing up and making it fun to be here, man. I got the greatest job in the world. I get to hang out and chat with you guys. Looking to shake things up again. I've been talking to a lot of people. Haven't talked to Dan about this yet, but we will. It appears, excuse me, it appears that a later time might be a better fit. So we're going to talk about it and see how that goes. Get you guys in maybe around 5:00 on Wednesdays instead of doing the 4:00. Miss Julia saying hello from the other room. There she's waving at me as she's walking by. We have fun here at the Studio 10-4 facility. I look out the window and see nothing but barbecues, smokers, and beautiful green trees and lawn and wildness, man. It's a great place to be. So, JC, good to see you, buddy. I'm glad you made it in, and always good to see and hear from you. Hey, also want to make sure you guys are definitely getting our truck show calendared in for September 11th. Trucking for Kids. Again, be sure go to our website, 10-4magazine.com. Look for that tab up there at the top, and click on it for pre-registrations for everything, for all Dragon, Show and Shine, RVs, support vehicles, spectators, all of it. You can come on in and you can get on in there and get yourself pre-registered. Billy Joe, no excuses needed if you're drinking beer and eating pierogies. And did you make those or did you have to buy the pierogies, man? I love those things. I don't even see those around in the store anymore. But yeah, I don't know. CG Sosa, yeah, he was the first to register for us. That's awesome, man. CG, right on, buddy. The first one registered on the pre-registration for the Trucking for Kids 2011, September 11th show. That's awesome. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you doing that. So everybody else follow in suit, get in line and get behind CG and that beautiful car hauler of his. He'll be in there early entry on Saturday and getting that baby parked, staged, and ready for the show for Sunday. So plenty of space left, I'm sure. We got a lot of room in there. Going to look pretty dang cool this year. We've got a lot of great things we're going to be making happen on that Sunday. Drags, of course, all day, Show and Shine all day. There'll be plenty of food and drink and everything else out there on the show grounds. Lots of fun, cool booths out there, stuff for the kids. Everybody will be out there to make it all fun. Billy Joe, no sir, got them at Rutten Bucks here in Wheeling, West Virginia. Well, of course you did. Why wouldn't you? I'd have gone to Rutten Bucks too if I'd have known they had pierogies. Next time I'm through there, man, I got to get me some of that. So till next week, guys, keep it safe out there. Have a great weekend. Look for the new 10-4 magazine. It's hitting the racks today. And wherever that is that you get your magazine, get out there and get you one. See if it's there. You guys know the usual show up times when the magazine hits the rack in your area. Best way to get the magazine, though, I mean, for sure, still the best way. And I'm not because I'm trying to sell anything, because we don't make anything. Oh, great! My other window collapsed here. Hang on a second. Let me bring it back up. And we'll get it back up here for a second. Bada bing. There it is. I want you guys to check it out, man. Just go to subscribe, 10-4magazine.com, hit the subscribe button, and get yourself subscribed. It is the best way to get 10-4 ahead of everybody else and to wherever you want it delivered on time, in perfect condition. Comes in a clear plastic jacket, sleeve, whatever you want to call it, looking the same way it did when it came off the press. So perfect condition for you that way. And it's cheap, man. $50 a year, depending on where you're at, 50 or more. We do have some higher mailing rates that are out there, but right now we're $50 a year, and that's for a 12-month, 12-issue subscription. We do them one a month here. And when you subscribe, you generally will get the current edition when you subscribe. If you have a special magazine that you want one copy, we got that option over here too. We haven't got them up here yet. We've yet to add them, but we do have some special editions that are available going back. They're archived editions. If you have something in mind, send a request to us. We'll see if we have it. Those do come at a cost, but they are available. All right, guys. In the meantime, keep the shiny side up. We'll look for you next week. Be sure and check out everything for Trucking for Kids. Get that on your calendar. Make sure it's a date you know where you're going to be, and that is Irwindale, California. Of course, CG Sosa and the Sosa Memorial Truck Show coming up. Be sure and check that out. Anytime you got any questions, anything you need to know about, where a show is and when it is, just go to 10formagazine.com and look at our events tab. It's all there for you. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Chad, Michael, Jacob, Billy Joe, CG, of course, for coming on the show and giving us a little heads up of what's going on. Miss Julia from the other room. JC, Tim, and April, everybody else that might have gotten on here and I didn't catch, thanks for jumping in. We'll see you guys next week.